was it in 2022? There was a lawsuit against Valve by Wolfire Games.
Oh, I think I might know what you're talking about.
This was kind of in light of like Valve taking as much as they do. Steam takes like 30%, which can drop to 20% as sales increase.
Mm-hmm.
Valve defended the percentage as industry standard. Which might have been the case when it was first filed, but that's kind of no longer the case. Is Epic Store and Microsoft both just take 12% through their stores.
Yeah.
So it's in that fight to like dethrone Valve of its massive gaming platform or whatever. But it's turned into a class action lawsuit.
Yeah.
It'll be filed with others, including I'm sure at some point anybody who's made games between a period of time. I don't know if they have a.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Paid a commission to Valve in connection with sales or use of a game on Steam platform on or after January 20th of 2017.
Oh, okay. That's a good amount of time.
And continuing through the current present date.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
So last time it got like dropped, I remember this thing like the judge ended up dropping it.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a while to appeal the decision.
Yeah.
So it seems like they did, and they changed it into a class action lawsuit.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that makes the most sense from their perspective. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with this.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah. We'll see. We'll see if it holds up. Because at 30%, like, it has been dwindling down for a lot of publishers.
Well, yeah, I mean, it sucks because like you have other stores that are willing. Now you have like other stores that are willing to pay you more, but they just don't have as good of like everything else, right? Like,
yeah, and I think that's kind of what Valve probably argues. Like, we are the premier gaming publisher on PCs.
Yeah,
so like, yeah, like the 30% goes to more than what you see on other places, and that's why we charge 30.
That's all falsehood as is. I mean,
yeah, I'm not saying
they
that's
have
true.
that they do have the better platform, but
I think the biggest part of that being the better platform is that they have the most users by far.
Yeah,
so that's really.
It comes out of having the stronghold on the market as long as they have.
Yeah, which, I mean, to be fair, they do a lot of good stuff for the consumer. There's a reason why people continue to stick with Steam, and these other platforms, they rise up and fall down, and some of them they release only on, their little platform, and then you start seeing their games on Steam. So they've been able to corner the internet in a way that Netflix never was able to hold on to. Which keeps pretty much everyone there. And so is that worth the 30%? I don't know. because I feel like at this point, Steam is so overcrowded that it might feel like unless you're already a big developer, you're probably not going to be getting the viewership that would justify that high of a cost as well, you know?
Well, that, and like you wouldn't, being a smaller developer on there, you're not reaching the levels where you get like the discount where they're only taking 20%.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the smaller ones are the ones getting screwed over there. And so I think in a longer term, this probably is going to be best. I think for me, hopes for it is that like their overall comes down, because even at 20%, that's, even if they just lower it to 20%, that's still more than everyone else takes when it comes to online stores. And online stores are like, other people's online stores are dying, especially when it comes to like the single developer stores.
Right. Yeah. No, it's true. I think it'll be, I think if it goes through, it'll be good for the developers, definitely. Something that they deserve to see a little bit more. Valve's made a shit ton of money off of developers for a long time. They're not struggling anymore. They can take a little bit of a hit and be more than fine, I'm sure. So
yeah, Valve is worth so much money.
Yeah.
So much money. Well, I'm just curious here. I'm gonna look it up.
I mean, and some of the stuff that they do behind the scenes, in order to keep, you know, their operating costs low, it's pretty smart. I mean, I don't know how much of it now has to do with AI, but it seemed like they had a priority of not stressing out their employees by being able to automate a lot of stuff. Which is good. Again, whether that's turned into an AI thing and
Valve's total equity estimate is $10 billion. Valve's worth as of 2002 is $7.7 billion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. It's really good.
It's insane. Especially because their last game came out how long ago?
I know, right? Seriously.
Release a game, Valve.
Well, you hear they're going to be redoing Gary's mod.
Gary's mod doesn't need to be redone.
It's going to be, basically, the whole idea is they want
Gary's mod's basically perfect.
Basically. No, they want like newer engine, newer assets. Like they want to update it to be a modern Gary's mod, which I think is fair.
I get what they're saying.
Yeah,
I know what they're mean. That's just funny.
You're right, though. It is basically perfect.
Gary's mod's perfect. Yeah, runs better than any other game on Steam.
Yeah. Have you ever had an issue with it?
Never. Not once.
Yeah. No. Coffee, have you ever had an issue with Gary's mod?
No, this runs perfectly every time. Crazy how stable it is.
Yeah, crazy. I've
never seen anything like it. It gets more stable the more op mods you add.
Right.